Topic we are learning about a continuation part of the species diversity, which is called as a pattern of diversity. So the only one part of the questions we have learned in the previous class. Now today's class we are learning about the second part of the questions. Okay, continuation. So we learned in the last class how does the species are interrelated, and then how does the latitudinal range taking place, and then what is the graph which shows the species area relationship. Okay, so let us recall that once again, and then we'll go for the further questions. So we learned the logarithmic equation where you can see species is equal to log s is equal to log c plus z log a. When we apply the logarithmic value, we can see rectangular hyperbola with the straight line you can able to see under that. X-axis as well as the y-axis, you can see area as well as species at a particular time. Now let us move to the further questions with the answers. Okay, in the equation of the species area relationship, the letter C and Z represents what? So you can see the picture over here. What does it says? C and Z. You can look for the options. Regression coefficient, y-intercept. C is called slope of the line, regression coefficient. C is the y-intercept as well as slope of the line or regression coefficient. Both A, B and C. So the answer is C. It is C is equal to, C is the y-intercept, and Z is the slope of the line. Slope of the line we always in terms of Z. Okay, so that is called as the species richness in a particular area. So the answer is C, third one. Next question, recognize the figure and find out the correct making. So they have given species versus area where A and B. What does A indicates and what does B indicate? As you can see, it's a rectangular hyperbola as well as their straight line. It says about A is equal to S is equal to C A to the power of Z. When we apply the log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. The answer is C. Okay, answer is C. Next question, ecologists have discovered that the value of Z lies between the range of, I told you in the synopsis, where Z line or regression coefficient we say, or slope of the line always lies in the range of 0.1 to 0.2. 0.1 to 0.2. Answer is A. Answer is A. The value of regression coefficient, or we say it's called slope of the line, is always depend on options we see, species or taxonomic group, area of the region, both A and B, none of the above. Where we say species of taxonomic group. No. Why it is not in the taxonomic group? So each species we may depend from one place to the other. It can't be a proper reason for that. B, area or a region. So if the area or a region if you take, how you can calculate the slope of the line? You can't able to predict. So that none of the above. Answer is D. So why does it says means each regression coefficient, or we say it is called as a slope of the line, will be changes during the variation when it is added or deleted, so that we can't able to predict. So when you look at the nearby picture, you can see from the 0 to above, 0 to less, minus or plus, it says about the positive as well as the negative correlation regression coefficient. So that is why we can't able to predict. Either it may be a species or area. Next question is match the column number 1 with the 2. Choose the correct combination with the 1 and 2. See, they have given a taxonomic group as well as value of Z. The plants of Britain, birds in California, okay, mollusk in New York, they have given. You have to proper identification. Where does it stands for? So here the plants, I'll tell you the answer here. Z for Z value for plants in Britain is 0.1 to 0.2. Birds in California again same 0.1 to 0.2. Next mollusca are again which is called 0.1 and 0.2. That means it is answer is D. Okay, all the things are same where Z line is up to the range of my 0.1 to 0.2. You can't able to see the much variation. Species area relationship among very large area like entire continents are, options are the slope of the line to be much steeper, Z value lies in the range of 0.1 to 0.2, Z values lies in the range of 0.6 to 0.1.2, both A and C. The thing is, answer is D, A and C. The slope of the line is much steeper, so that Z value is lies in the range between 0.6 to 0.1.2. Next, fruit-eating birds are called as what? Insectivorous, carnivorous, frugivorous and retrivores. Fruit-eating birds are called as frugivores. Okay, frugivore. Answer is C. You know the other definitions about insectivores, insect-eating, carnivores like a lion and the deer. Retrivores means those who are depend on the dead and decaying organic matter. So the answer is here C. The frugivorous birds and the mammals in the tropical forest of different continents, the slope of the line is around. Frugivorous bird, it is answer is 1.15. When you take the slope of the line for frugivorous birds and mammals in the tropical forest is 1.115. Answer is D. What does the mean of stability in context to the biological community? Options are a stable community should not show too much variation in productivity from year to year. A stable community must be either resistant or resilient to the occasional disturbance. A stable community must be resistant to the invasion by alien species. All the above. Here the answer is D, all the above. So why here? What is the question they have been given? What do you mean by the stability of the construct in the biological community? So you can't able to say that a stability of the concept, because sometimes it shows the year to year variation. Okay, may show or may not show. It may be it may die or they survive during the variation. Okay, and then sometime disturbances from the natural or man-made activities also. And then when you take up this sometimes different species, alien species means different species or unparticular species which are not related to the environment may comes and lies or live in the environment. If you take the example like say when you take the pond, okay, the pond is consist of small fishes. If you introduce the larger fishes, and those larger fishes are called as here alien species. What those larger fishes they will do? They will eat up the smaller fishes, and those are called as alien species. So that all the answers are suitable for this. So that the answer is D. Which scientist found that the plots with the more species showed the less year to year variation in total biomass? So the answer is David Tillman. So when the scientist told about David Tillman long-term field experiment says about the plots with the more species shows the year to year less variation. Okay, and the productivity is more. So other scientists who told about Paul Ehrlich, he has told about immunology. Then Robert told about he told about ecology or ecosystem. And Ernest Mayr, he is a German architect. So they have told about their own concept. Okay, but rather year to year variation told about the scientist David Tillman. David Tillman long-term ecosystem experiment using outdoor plots showed that let me tell you the questions. We'll discuss the options first. A part they have given as increased diversity contributed to lower productivity. B. Increased diversity contributed to the higher productivity. Increased diversity have no impact on productivity. Increased diversity have unpredictable impact on productivity. So according to his experiment, he told about the correct answer is B. Increased diversity contributed with the higher productivity. So why does it is called like that? So when you take up the David Tillman experiment, when you take up the example of David Tillman experiment, plot in with the different variation. See, when you take up the species of the plants, when you take the species of animals, invertebrates or vertebrates, there are different life form can be observed in the environment, and those life form shows the much variation. Okay, now when you take the example of bird, okay, bird is eating the what? It may eat the worms, it may eat the insect, or it may be eating the food items which is available. So sometimes it may confine to the particular place, so that it is not possible the birds to eat everything. So it may eat one particular things. Okay, so like that you can see as much diversity among them. So different birds, okay, they feel to like to eat a different thing which is available in the environment. So likewise different variation can be seen. This is one example just I told like that. Okay, like that you can take up many more example where you can see diversity with the higher productivity. So like that, one more example if I give you is like cow. If you take a cow, the hybrid cow, if you take, it is going to give the more milk for what reason? So it is where it is helpful for the human beings to survive, right? So that the productivity is also more there, and then diversity also you can see there. So likewise a simple experiment we can able to study the David Tillman experiment. Next part, the rich biodiversity of the earth is essential for ecosystem health, then the imperative for the very survival of human race on this planet, not essential for an ecosystem health, then both A and B. So the rich biodiversity of the earth is always both A and B. Answer is D, where essential for the ecosystem health and imperative for the very survival of human race on this planet. Comparative analogy between the airplane and ecosystem. It is called as Rivett-Popper hypothesis, used by Stanford ecologist Paul Ehrlich. Find out the correct matching. So what does the Rivett-Popper hypothesis says? I told you already, Rivett-Popper says about aeroplane. Aeroplane he has considered as an ecosystem, right? So when you take up the aeroplane as an ecosystem, where the aeroplane has been where you can see joined by different poppets or rivets, we can say, in a simple word we say it's called bolts or nets, and those are connected to those with the help of wings. Now wings are not there to the aeroplane, or wings have been broken up. What happens? Whole aeroplane is in dangerous condition. So likewise when you take up the ecosystem, some trees or organism, it is whole system of the ecosystem will be utterly loss of condition. So this concept has been told by the scientist who is called as Paul Ehrlich, Rivett-Popper hypothesis. Okay, so regarding to this you have to match the things. The answer, let us say directly, rivets, here rivets are the species, airplane is ecosystem, then popping of the rivet is a species to become extinct, then rivet on the wings are key species, flight safety is proper functioning of the ecosystem. The answer is D. Who observed that within a species richness region, species richness increase in explored area by only up to the limit? So it is told by Alexander van Humboldt, scientist Alexander van Humboldt. Answer is C. Which of the below mentioned region exhibit less seasonal variation? Tropic, temperate, alpines, both A and B. The answer is tropics. Okay, tropical rainforest we say, they shows the less seasonal variation. A relationship between species richness and the area is correctly depicted by answer is log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. Answer is C. Okay, this is about the concept which is comes under the species area or diversity. Okay, so and the further part we are discussing later concept we discuss in the next class. Okay, hope all these questions are clear to you. Okay, in case you have got any difficulty or queries, so please contact me through my number. Thank you for listening.